poppin', everybody? My name is Nathan, and welcome back to the original Old-Fashioned Tarot channel. This video will be on Cancer, whose Greek equivalent would roughly be Poseidon, Earthshaker, Stormbringer, Father of Forces. My personal favorite god, to be honest with you. He's one of the gentlest of them all. There are plenty of gentle deities in Greek mythology. Now, there are also many that are rough, brisk, tempered around the edges. Sorry about that. Anyways, as I was saying, Poseidon, one of my favorite gods, though some of the gods can be rough and rugged around the edges. If you treat them well, they can grant you the world. Or at least their version of the world. Alright, let's get right on into this. Ooh, boy, not a good start for you, Cancer. Antigone's Defiance. Not a good start for you. Well, might be a good start. And Integrity, Rebellion, and Tragedy. This might be the first two rather than the latter, but we'll see. Closest acquaintance? Okay, the Oracle's Challenge. Okay, so this might be a tragedy involving this person. Perhaps they found something out about you or maybe someone else that they weren't too happy with, and maybe that's why there's a tragedy on the horizon. I'm not sure. Where's your head at? Okay, now that's very interesting. Theseus's triumph. So perhaps this was a victory that came at a cost, is my thought process here. I'm not sure what kind of victory it was, but we're gonna find out here. What's around you? Heracles' labors. Okay, so you have been through, or maybe you are still going through, a great deal of challenges in your life. You feel like it's never going to end. You feel like, you're stuck. You're really going through it here, Cancer. You're gaining victories, you're gaining ground, but at a cost, I feel. You're showing integrity, you're rebelling against the grain, but it's coming at a pretty harsh cost here. So, just be aware of that. What do you want? Daedalus' craft, ingenuity, creation, and consequence. Interesting. You want knowledge. This might be a school-related thing. This might be a work-related thing. I'm not sure. This is a very unclear reading. What is this battle you're fighting? What is this? I'm a little bit confused as to what this reading is supposed to be about. Who's advising you? Circe's enchantment. None of these cards match up. None of these cards match up. What's your dilemma? Chiron's the lesson. Perhaps there's a lesson to be learned here that, you're not sure if you are able to learn, or maybe you're not willing to learn it because it's so hard to learn it. I'm just not sure here. I'm gonna have to get some major clarification on these cards because none of these are spelling out a story that I can really put together. Who has the power? The Oracle's riddle. Yeah, no, not a clue. What's holding you back? The Lotus Eater. So you want to forget about all this, is the feeling I get so far. You really want to forget about this. You don't want to have lived through this. You want to not have to learn this hard lesson about life. This might just be a very hard life lesson that you're going through right now. I don't know why or how, and I don't even know what the lesson is. There's no context in this reading. There is no context behind any of these cards that would help me figure out what's going on here. What's being hidden? Aegis' weight. Okay, another card I'm going to have to clarify. Can you succeed? Echo's Lament. It's going to be a hard one. That much I know. This is brutal for you, Cancer. This is absolutely brutal. What happens in the end? The Fury's Pursuit. Justice. You are served justice in the end. Cancer, you are given the justice that you so sought out so much. Now, let me see here. When is this happening? Interesting. Okay. So, this hasn't happened yet. And it might not even happen. This is one of the two potential paths you could go down, Cancer. This is one of the potential paths you could end up going down. It might happen, it might not happen. This is just a possibility. I don't know exactly, but this is happening, I'd say maybe 2 weeks tops that this is happening. So this is just a potential path. There's no guarantee here that this is going to happen. Now let me see. Sorry about the very glaring light, by the way. Let's start from the beginning, shall we? What is the tragedy? So the problem I'm having here is finding the common thread. Because usually when I do these readings, there's a common thread binding them together. There's a theme. Like, is it such and such? Is it, this? Is it that? But right now, I just don't have a theme. There's no guiding thread. There's no Ariadne's thread, per se, weaving between all these parts. So, what is this about? Zeus's Thunderbolt? Hyethea's Vision? Atlas's Reflection? Okay, great. That gives me some insight into you. That gives me absolutely no insight into what is going on with you. This is great. You're a strong person. You're very wise and, you're very resilient. But that gives me no context as to what's going on. I'm going to try this card one more time. And if it doesn't give me an answer, I'll just move on to the next one and see if that gives me an answer. I'm sorry here, Cancer. I'm getting very few answers and lots of questions. Nothing's coming together. Labyrinth of Minos? Winds of Aeolus? Nah, nothing. Okay. Yup. We're going to slide these back in, and we're going to clarify the next card. This is a very mysterious one here. Who's advising you? Cersei's enchantment? I don't think that gives me much context, though. What lesson needs to be learned here? That might help give you some context. This is the only card that I might have an open link in to get some context behind this reading. What is this card about? Chiron's lesson. What's the lesson to be learned here? Is this work? Is this love? Is this something else? She's a very mysterious reading right now, Cancer. I'm getting nothing. I'm getting literally nothing. Nemesis is justice? Okay. There it is. That's it. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Finally found the guiding thread through all of these. This is about love. Okay. let me piece together the story thanks to this final clarification here. Well, not final. I might do one or two more clarifications. So yes, let me get some clarification here. So let's start from the beginning. You suffered a great tragedy, I feel, because you fell perhaps in love with this person. After finding something out about them, you actually fell for them. You wanted to, have them love you back. Your mind was on the victory. Your mind was on the prize. Your mind was on, having them love you back. You went through a lot to try and, make them love you. You got crafty. You went through Heracles' labors. But it didn't work out. Because they had already been enchanted by another person. Circe's enchantment, they'd already been enamored with another person. You got to them too late. And the lesson to be learned here is that, sometimes you need to learn to let love go. There's an old saying that I think applies to this reading best. If you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, it is yours. If it does not, never had it in the first place. Learned that one a long time ago. And seems to apply best to this reading. So here's the lesson here. You wanted justice, you'd been in love for a while now, and you finally found stuff in them, and they said they just rejected you. And no matter how hard you thought about it, there was nothing you could do. So you had the power in the end, but it didn't work out. And now you want to forget. You want to forget about all of this. You want to forget, and you want to move on. But despite your wanting to move on, this person is very prominent in your life. They're always there. And so, despite wanting to move on, you feel hopeless. You feel like it's just not, it's just not going to work out for you. Like you're stuck. There's the loss. There's so much loss, but you shouldn't become vengeful. You shouldn't feel too bad about it because you would have been their first pick if they hadn't fallen for this other person here, Cancer. If this person had not fallen for somebody else, you would have been their first pick. So try not to feel too bad about this. Don't hate them for it. Do not hate them for what's happened here. Try to just learn a lesson from this and try to move on. I know it hurts. Trust me, I've been there. But you just gotta learn the lesson and take it in stride. That's the best advice I can give you. Just learn your lesson here and take it in stride. Now, there's one last mystery we need to solve here. When is this happening? Let's get some clarification. I've never done this before. Let's get some clarification on the actual timetable. When is this all going down? We're going to shuffle. Let's see. Labyrinth of Minos, Athena's Wisdom, Stygian Deaths. Huh. Okay. So again, this is just one of the possible outcomes for you. This is not set in stone. It could go the other way. But I think that if you have the courage to go down this path, you're going to come out a better person despite, the heartbreak, you're going to come out a better person. But if you have the courage or the wisdom not to take this path, it might turn out better, it might turn out worse. You just don't know. So, still doesn't tell me really when this is happening. But again, my best guess, 2 weeks. That's just the feeling I get from this is 2 weeks. Next 2 weeks, this is it's going to happen for you, and this is going to be a rough one. But you can get through this, Cancer. You absolutely can get through this. So, on that cheerful note, thank you all very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video of mine. And don't forget to tune in pretty much every day at 12 p.m. EST, 5 p.m. UK, 9 a.m. PST for 2 videos on the different signs. And yeah, thanks for watching, folks. Have a good one.